Good morning, Ringette fans. We are here again in Calgary at the Winsport Markin McPhail Arena, where the Calgary RATH are going to be taking on the Manitoba Herd in a rematch of yesterday's first game. Kind of interesting, the schedule, that a few of the teams played multiple times, even though there's, I think, 6 teams here at the Calgary Hub, but the RATH are playing the Herd twice, as well as the Rage played Saskatchewan Heat twice, which seems a little interesting. You would think they would try to play different teams, but I guess the schedule, the way it works out, some teams don't always travel to the hubs. Black Gold Rush is not here at this hub in Calgary, so they're going to be traveling to some other hubs instead. All right, so we are about to get underway. Looks like Manitoba Herd is going to start with the ring. There's number 15, Paige, I believe. Looks like she's going to take it. Pops it out to number 6, Thiessen. Thiessen gets it in for L'Esperance. Quick shot, far and away. Looks like Harvey is in net for the RATH, and Davies is in net for the Herd. Jansen with the ring now for the Herd in the corner. They're cycling around. Drop pass, shot. Harvey with a save. Rock picks up the rebound for RATH and is out over to center ice is Hemstreet. Hemstreet putting it in deep for Ashley Anderson. And it's a bit of a battle. Thiessen with a big check. Sauvé helps out and gets the ring back to Hemstreet for the RATH. RATH setting up now in the offensive zone. Drop pass behind Sauvé. Sauvé has to circle back to pick that up off the boards. Sauvé back to Meyer. Meyer misses, and a shot clock violation against the RATH is going to send the ring to the Manitoba goalie. Davies kicks it out the right side, up the boards. Campbell battling for it there, and Brewster comes in to pick it up for the RATH. Brewster up to Marlborough. Marlborough in on the offense. Dropping the ring for Brewster, and Brewster's going to circle it back to Meyer. Meyer with a quick shot and scores. Looked like it went 5-hole. Davies didn't quite close up quick enough, and Meyer sends one to the back of the net. 11:37 of the first quarter. So Herd starting with the ring. Looks like number 65, who on my list says Sampano, but I don't think that's right. Been some changes to the official roster listed on the Ramp website, I think. RATH are able to turn the ring over. It's Meyer with it, up for Armstrong. Armstrong finds Will. Dangerous pass, works out. Now Ung in on the offensive zone. Ung to Wheeler. Wheeler, back pass. Oh man, Brown just missed that stab. And they got a reset off of the, say another reset. So Brown to Wheeler, double drop pass. Gillespie turns and tries to hit Brown. That didn't quite connect, and another reset. A few contact plays there by Manitoba Herd. A shot by Wheeler and a good save by Davies. A loose ring was there for the taking for the RATH. Now Hemstreet off the bench. RATH is going to change the lines up. On comes Anderson. Hemstreet circles around, gets it over to Sauvé. Sauvé dodges and runs into a good defense there by number 77 of the Herd, who's not on my list either. shot by the RATH, picked up the rebound, and crease violation, I believe they called against RATH. 77 is Witherspoon. So good defense there by the Herd, keeping the ring out of the net. RATH with a good amount of pressure, and they're going to send it right back in. Sauvé with it. Sauvé back to Anderson. Anderson over to Meyer. Meyer's going to wait for the forwards to change. On come Gillespie and Ung. Meyer sends it over to Ung. Ung can't quite pick it up cleanly. Takes it to the boards. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the shot off, and they're going to call it a goalie ring for the Herd. Long pass up to L'Esperance. Didn't get it, but now it's in for Jansen. Jansen has it for the Herd in the offensive zone. Hildebrandt with a shot. Harvey makes the save. Drops the ring for Rock. Rock has to dodge a couple checks and now gets it out to Wheeler. Wheeler across to Brewster. Brewster trying to get there. Davies uses her paddle to steer the ring into the corner. Picked up by Brewster, and a quick shot by Wheeler. Good save by Davies. And now Davies is going to throw the ring out to the right side for number 10, which is Vince. And a loose ring ends up on the stick of Wheeler for the RATH. Wheeler has some space, room, takes a shot, tries to go 5-hole. Davies covers that up good. And now sends it out for Vince again. Vince is going to put it up to center ice. Good stab by Campbell. Campbell picks it up and puts it across for Cavaras, I believe. Cavadas. Apologies. There's Will now with it. Will for RATH getting the rebound. Good shot by the Herd there. And a long lead pass up for Brown. Brown drops it back to Hemstreet. RATH almost getting a too many player penalty there. Just got off in time before Hemstreet touched the ring. Now Hemstreet with a twirly move across for Anderson. Anderson took it on the backhand, tried to get a shot off, missed on the top corner. And that'll be a shot clock violation for against RATH. So Davies is going to get the ring. Davies sends it behind the net. And a long lead pass up at center ice. Goes through all the players, RATH and Herd alike. And Rock picks it up in the zone. Up for Sauvé. Sauvé up to Hemstreet. Hemstreet couldn't handle that pass. Now picks it up behind the net. Nope. Anderson comes in to help out. Herd setting up in the triangle. Anderson to Meyer. Meyer, RATH making another line change here. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Getting it to Brewster. Brewster with a shot. Davies got a piece of it, and they said no. I was pretty sure that deflected, but shot clock violation. Davies kicks it out behind the net to number 6. And now Kohak, 16, has it at center ice, has a lot of pressure, manages to get it up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon's going to circle behind the RATH net. Witherspoon across, one-timer, just didn't quite connect, and the RATH come away with it. Nice give and go, Brewster to Meyer, back to Meyer. Sorry, Meyer to Brewster, Brewster to Meyer. Now they're going to change it up. On comes Wheeler, Gillespie, and Brown. Herd setting up in their triangle. Witherspoon at the top. Drop pass goes directly to number 52 for the Herd. That's Amarongan. Now the Herd get it up into the zone. L'Esperance picking it up, taking a skate as the forwards change. Big shot. I thought that went in, but it sided the net. Grabbing the loose ring. No reset on the shot there. Now a pass across, almost gets through, goes to the board. 2 seconds left, and they're going to give it back to the Herd. So good shot clock awareness by the Herd to get that shot off before the time expired. L'Esperance now going to take the offensive zone ring. Looks for an opening, kicks it back to Jansen. Jansen's going to fake the shot a couple times and now go for a skate around the net. Jansen, top of the circle, tries to get it in for L'Esperance. That goes through to the Harvey, and Harvey kicks it out for Armstrong. Armstrong up to Brown. Brown finds Armstrong. Armstrong's going to drop the ring behind the net for Gillespie. Gillespie to Hemstreet. Hemstreet with errant pass. Sauvé takes the shot from a sharp angle, just trying to get a piece of Davies, and that works out. Hemstreet's going to grab the rebound off the glass. Anderson to Sauvé, into Anderson, loose ring, and good clear there by Amarongan. Gets it all the way up to Campbell. Campbell tried to pass, and a big check by Rock stops that, but Campbell's able to get it on the second effort to Spearing, but Spearing is checked immediately. And now a loose ring. Hazel's upended, no call. Up the middle to Sauvé. Sauvé has the ring, has to find a open red shirt, gets it back to Hazel. Now Hazel into the corner for Anderson. Anderson to Meyer. Meyer gets trying to, I think, for a reset there, but Davies holds on. Didn't let the ring come out, and I believe that was Vince getting checked, and Meyer's going to intercept the pass to Spearing. Quick across, nice one-timer for the Rath, but missed the net. Meyer with the ring again. Meyer getting it over to Brewster. Brewster kicks it to the corner. Meyer to Ung, that didn't connect, and Herd are going to pick it up. Number 8 gets it out to Witherspoon. Witherspoon sending it in deep to Hildebrandt, I think. Oh no, sorry, that's Cavadas, 81. Now Witherspoon with it to Kohut. Kohut takes the shot. Harvey with the pad save. No rebound, dropping it for Will behind the net. Bit of a collision. Incidental there as Brown does a behind the back pass to Gillespie, in for Wheeler. Wheeler takes the shot and couldn't stay out of the crease, had a crease violation. Good coverage by Davies to take away that really good opportunity. And now a miscommunication between the Herd defenders. Good play by, not sure what number that is, getting it up the boards. Wheeler battling. And Armstrong at center ice trying to intercept something. Deason comes in to help out. Gets it down low for Morissette. Morissette centering pass to Witherspoon. And they're going to wait for some reinforcements to come off the bench. Witherspoon circling in the corner. Jansen's there now to help out. Jansen drop pass to L'Esperance. L'Esperance centering pass comes all the way back to Hildebrandt. Long shot just as the shot clock expired, and Harvey held on anyways. Harvey sends it out to Rock. Rock runs into Hildebrandt, and a long lead pass. Rath forwards weren't looking for the ring though. So Herd picked that up, sending it right back in. Jansen with it. Jansen across to L'Esperance. L'Esperance gets in an opening. Big shot, big rebound. And the ring trickles back into Harvey's crease, and she sends it out to Hemstreet. Hemstreet now with the ring. Going up the left side of the ice into triple coverage there, double coverage. Now the Herd send it right back out of the zone, and a good check at center ice puts the ring back in the zone. Sauvé's going to grab and get a fresh clock. Anderson with the ring. Anderson dropping it to Meyer. Meyer gets to the top, drops it for Gillespie, but that didn't work out. Good defender there. Who is that? Heineman? Number 65 intercepted that and turned it over. Now the Herd are on the attack in the offensive zone. Spearing with the ring. Gets it across. Just tipped by Marlborough. And a battle ends up on the stick of Spearing again, I believe. Cavadas coming in. Streaking to the top. Takes the shot and goes into the corner. No reset. Campbell picks it up. Herd send in some fresh reinforcements. That's Witherspoon. Witherspoon back to Morissette. Nice shot. Good save, Harvey. And now the Wrath are going to send it up the left-hand side. Long lead pass for Hazel. Picking it up at center. Up for Brewster. Brewster is checked. Nice check by Thiessen as the... Sorry, no. Not sure what number that is. Number 8. Not on my list. So that's the end of the first quarter. Wrath, according to the scoreboard, had 10 shots on goal and 6 shots. So, they're changing it right now. 10 shots to 9, so pretty even first quarter, according to the scorekeeper. All right, so starting the second quarter, we've changed ends, and now the Wrath are going to get the ring. Armstrong sending it up to Gillespie. Gillespie does a fake drop. Now gets it in for, Wheeler had a chance to stab that, but ran into traffic. Good play by the Manitoba defense. Long pass up for the Herd is contested and turns over to the Wrath. Now Wheeler's going to grab it in the offensive zone for the Wrath. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie with a quick shot, high and away, didn't hit the net. Looks like Vince Bezditny is number 8 for the Herd. Not on my list. Davies sends it out to Vince behind the net. Vince, long lead pass up the right. Gets touched by Kohut, but couldn't hang on. Now a pass wide open Brown. Brown has some room. Takes it to the net and scores. Backhand. Under the glove, under the blocker of Davies. Bit of a broken play for the Manitoba Herd defense. They were on the transition and couldn't get back in time, I think. 11:55. That was pretty close to the same time as the first goal in the first quarter, I believe. Now Page sends it across to Thiessen. Thiessen up for L'Esperance. L'Esperance with a nifty drop pass to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt back to L'Esperance to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt battling in, takes the shot. Harvey didn't see it, but managed to get a piece of it and sending it out to Hazel. Hazel's is checked by Hildebrandt and has to turn back. Now a long lead pass up for Hemstreet, ends up on the blue line. Nobody touches it, so Jansen's able to pick it up. Nice play by Hildebrandt, waiting for the ring to cross the line. Takes a backhand shot just over the net. L'Esperance picks it up, Spearing in off the bench. Spearing's going to wait for the rest of the forwards to change. Cavadas. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Cavadas with a big shot. Nice rebound. And picked up by the RATH. RATH send it out. Center ice. Ung has it. Ung has to turn back. Lots of players in the way. Can't find an opening. Now sends it into the corner for Brewster. Brewster able to pick that up in tight for Meyer, but Davies picks it off and sends it off to number 52, Amarongan. Now Cavadas has it at center for the Herd. Nice pass up to the open player, Campbell. Campbell coming back to pick up the ring. Big shot from trying to get a reset. But it didn't hit the net, so Harvey's going to take it for the RATH. And oh my goodness, the RATH defenders both decided not to take it and left it for Morissette. Morissette with the ring. Kohuk out in front, and it comes out to Brown. Brown has to circle back into the zone as she is cannot find an open forward. Brown is, oh no, good pressure here. Morissette and Vince both pressuring Brown to cause the turnover, but they're going to give it back to the RATH in the defensive zone. Or 4-in, I think it was 4-in, that's what happened. So a lot of good pressure, forechecking by the Herd, but they didn't quite clear the zone before the fourth player went in. Armstrong now for the RATH, sending it up to Gillespie. Gillespie to Will. Will at the line, looked like she carried it over, but no call. Shot by the RATH, goes high and away. Wheeler now faking, taking it behind the net, out in front for Gillespie. Gillespie double pumps it. Fooled Davies a little bit, but Davies still able to kick it out. RATH get a reset. Now Armstrong with the ring as the entire forward line changes. Hemstreet's on to help out. Armstrong leaving it for Hemstreet. Now to Anderson. Anderson through the traffic. Sauvé had a chance but couldn't stab it. Now a long shot by Hemstreet. Davies with the save. And they're going to call a crease violation against one of the Herd defenders. So the ring goes back to the RATH with a fresh clock. 8:49 left in the first half of this game. 2-0 RATH. Behind the back to Ashley Anderson from Hemstreet. Over to Hemstreet again. Hemstreet to Sauvé. Sauvé to Hemstreet. A bouncing ring. Needed to settle it down. Now Sauvé looking over to Anderson in the corner. Good triangle here by the Herd, pushing the RATH out, forcing them to take a shot from outside, and it misses the net, so shot clock expires. And Davies is going to pass the ring to the defender, and out to center ice. They're going to call a penalty against Rock for upending Campbell. Two minutes for roughing. Or is that body? I always get those two mixed up, but Morissette starts with it for the Herd, kicks it back to Witherspoon off the boards. Witherspoon across for Morissette. Morissette has to take it off the boards. Morissette with a big shot, blocked by Will. And now Meyer sending it across to Will. Will has a streaking Brewster. Nice stab by Brewster, picking up that long pass. So RATH setting up in the offensive zone, trying to kill a bit of time on this penalty. A pass to Will. Doesn't connect. So Herd are going to take it out. Vince, nice give and go to Kohuk. Vince takes the shot. Nice attack by Vince. streaking out of the zone with a give and go and was rewarded with a nice opportunity. Harvey makes the save. Herd take that chance to make some changes. They send out Hildebrandt, L'Esperance, and nice shot by Hildebrandt, saved by Harvey. Harvey drops it behind the net, and Marlborough goes the wrong way, so Hildebrandt says thank you very much. Picks up the ring. And another shot saved by Harvey. Rath sending it out. Marlborough with it now. Marlborough, dangerous pass up to Wheeler, and Wheeler is hard check, double teamed into the boards. I think that'll go back to the Herd. So Herd with some good checking, turn it over. Still 26 seconds left in the penalty to Rath. Looks like Heineman sends it over to Amarongan. Amarongan in deep for Campbell. Campbell to Spearing. Spearing at the top of the circle, sends it over to, number 81, Cavadas. And a loose ring is picked up by Hazel. Hazel with a long pass up to Ung. Ung turns and sends it up to Hemstreet. Hemstreet grabs it. The penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5 ringette here. Ung and Hemstreet back and forth behind the net. In for Ung. Ung couldn't quite grab it. Picks it up. Checked. Now Gillespie trying to get the reset from behind the net. Looks like it works. And able to pick up the ring. 5:41 left in the first half. Gillespie drop pass for Meyer. That was not very well. And now Marlborough misses the stab, and luckily it ends up in the crease. Marlborough up the left side. And a loose ring ends up on the stick of Marlborough. Marlborough sends it to Gillespie. Gillespie waiting for Will to come over the line. Will's going to drop it back for Gillespie. Meyer in the slot. Nice shot. Good save by Davies, and a crease violation against Rath. Davies making a good save there to keep it 2-0. The Herd get checked at center ice. Gillespie with the ring. Sending it to Brown. It actually was picked off by Vince, and Vince deflected it to Brown. Gillespie now to Wheeler. Wheeler fake shot. Bounces off of Vince. No, Morissette. Now Sauvé across to Anderson. Anderson with the shot and scores. Just gets inside the triangle and manages to beat Davies. I didn't see where that ended up. 4:32 left in the half. 3-0 Rath. Herd are starting with the ring now at center. Page gets it over to Thiessen. Thiessen off the boards to L'Esperance. And that's Hildebrandt back to L'Esperance. Takes the shot. Harvey with the save. The rebound is big battle at the side of the net. Herd come away with it. Hildebrandt trying to break the triangle. Tipped. Big shot. High and away. They call in a reset. Not sure. Must have got a piece of it, Harvey. L'Esperance picks it up off the boards. Circles back. Top of the face-off circle. And a loose ring. Hazel tries to bump it. Anderson is going to... takes it into the zone, and it's a 4-in against the... Another 4-in against the Herd. Good checking again by the Herd. They're putting on the pressure, causing the turnovers, but... that's the second time they've taken 4 players into the ringette zone. Now Will's going to start with it for the RATH. Armstrong sees an opening behind the net. Brewster there picks it up off the boards. Brewster drops it for Ung. Ung back to Brewster. Brewster to Ung. Ung finds Hemstreet. Good defense by the Herd. They're not getting fooled by those drop passes. They covered the angles. Kept the RATH outside. Now Campbell at center ice. Campbell with the loose ring trying to find Amarongan. She takes it into the RATH zone. 3 minutes left in the first half. Cavadas to Campbell. Back to Cavadas. Nice shot. And Harvey with a toe save. Big rebound comes out and the RATHs are able to put it back into the crease. Now Armstrong with it for the RATH. Armstrong from behind the RATH net. Winds up. Finds Brown at center ice. Brown. Meyer falls over, so Brown has to circle back to Will. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Gillespie finds Brown. Brown with a big shot. Great save by Davies. And the Herd are away with it. Herd at center ice. Bezditny had it bounce off her stick, and RATH are able to turn it over. Gillespie with it now. Gillespie out in front for Meyer. Meyer can't find it. Now Kohut out to Thiessen. Thiessen back to Kohut. Number 16 takes the shot. Harvey sees it all the way and puts it out to Marlborough. Marlborough is tripped up, and they're going to call that. So a delayed penalty against, so was that Witherspoon who tripped up Marlborough? A long pass up to Sauvé. Sauvé drops it to Hazel. Hazel runs into a check and frantically battling for it. Finds Sauvé wide open in the slot. Sauvé with a shot. Davies with a great save. And they'll get the whistle for the delayed penalty to Kohut. 2 minutes for tripping. 1:24 left in the first half. RATH setting up in the offensive zone. Sauvé with the ring. Sauvé fakes the pass across, gets it down low to Anderson. Anderson drives into the triangle. Sauvé was open, but too sharp of an angle to take a shot, so she comes up to the top. Gets it to Wheeler. Good pressure by the Herd defenders, pushing the triangle out again. Sauvé double pumps it, drops it to Anderson. Anderson drops it to Sauvé. Sauvé fakes it, gets it in tight to Anderson. Anderson with a shot and misses the net, but a crease violation is going to be called. Who is it against? Looks like it's against the Herd. So one of the defenders must have crossed the crease line, so 49 seconds left in the first half. Going to set up in the same circle again. Sauvé with it. Sauvé's going to give it to Anderson down low again. Anderson comes up to the top, over to Sauvé. Sauvé had it bounce off her stick into the crease, and Davies sends it up high to Jansen. Jansen across to Amarongan. Amarongan gets it up to Hildegard. Now RATH in their own zone have 20 seconds on the clock. Sauvé circles back looking for an opening. Anderson wide open in the corner as the rest of the forwards change with 10 seconds left in the half. Kind of an odd play for RATH to change at that time. There's a shot by Ung, and Davies makes the save, and that'll do it for the first half. So Kohut will go back into the box to start the second half for another 36 seconds. And according to the scoreboard, the shots, and let's see if they update it here. 20-19, so another even quarter for the Herd and RATH. RATH are up 3-0, so take a break and we'll see you in about 15 minutes. All right, we are back for the second half of this Sunday ringette. Manitoba herd will be starting shorthanded for another 36 seconds. I believe herd will be starting with the ring for the third quarter. Yeah, looks like it. Kohut heading back to the box, number 16. All right, looks like number 15 is going to take the free ring pass, or are they faking? No, Thiessen takes it, number 6. Right up the middle, all the way in. Nice stab there by number 66, Hildebrandt. Herd with it, trying to set up. Hildebrandt to Jansen. Jansen with a shot. Harvey with a save. Rebound comes out. Good reset. Smart shot there just to get the shot clock reset. And a pass across is intercepted by the RATH, and they are away. It's Gillespie and Armstrong. It's a 3-on. Oh, pass to Ong, wide open. Oh no, and the ref fell down. Holding her head. I didn't see that. What happened there was skating down fast and I think landed on their head. Oh no. So the players head to the benches as the ref looks like they're hurt. Yeah, I was watching the replay. You can't really see what happened. It was behind the play, but I think she just slipped. Like, I didn't see a collision with anybody, but the ice is really slippery after the flood. It might have caught an edge. Looks like she's up, or able to continue or not. No, skating around, so might be okay. So they're going to give the ring to the herd in the defensive zone. I think they were in possession of it. Yeah, it's going to be a herd defensive zone ring, and looks like the ref is okay. Still on the ice there, so. All good. Pass up to center ice is a good take by the herd. Now getting it in for L'Esperance. L'Esperance has an opening. Nice big shot, and tipped and into the mesh, so they're going to give it to the herd. Penalty has expired. Sorry, I didn't see that. It was about 20 seconds ago. Back to even strength for the Herd. So Jansen's going to start with the ring. Jansen has Lesperance and Hildebrandt, I think. Lesperance takes it around the net. Drops it for Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt with a good shot. Harvey hangs on and sends it out to the corner where nobody was. Meyer had to retreat for it. Lots of pressure. Gets it over to Hazel. Hazel finds an opening. Gets it up to Anderson at center. Now Anderson gets it through and across to Hazel. Hazel in the zone. Leaving it for Sauvé. Sauvé trips and falls, so it is slippery. She falls into Jansen. Jansen's down. And they blow the whistle down. No call. Just timeout to let her get back on her feet. So pretty slippery. Or I don't know what's. Put some baby oil in the Zamboni or something. I don't know what happened. She's okay, so heading to the bench. $11:20 left in the third quarter. It's going to be a RATH ring in the offensive zone. Herd setting up in the triangle. Brewster's going to take it. Sees an opening. Nope. Kicks it back to Gillespie off the boards. Gillespie's going to go for a skate around the net. Winding up the forwards. There's Brown. Gets it to Brewster. Brewster over to Brown. That was intercepted. Nice stick by Spearing to intercept that pass. The ring ended up in the crease. Davies throws it out to Vince. Vince with a long pass up the boards into traffic. Nice stab there by, I think it was Witherspoon. No, I'm not sure. Now into the corner for the Herd. Cavadas with it. Cavadas to Spearing. Spearing to Cavadas. Cavadas with a shot. Misses on the far side. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Campbell picking it up. Long shot. Harvey with a kick save. Will's able to grab the rebound for the RATH. Will is away with Gillespie. It's a 4-on-3 here, although Will turns back. Leaves it for Brown in the corner. Brown's going to head to the bench and drops it for Hemstreet. On comes Ung and Anderson. Anderson. Anderson with the shot. Gets the reset. No, they said side of the net. Anderson can't believe it. Now she gets a reset. And the shot clock goes off anyway, so they're going to give it back to the RATH. Ung starts with it. Gives it to Anderson. Anderson behind the net. Witherspoon at the top of the triangle for the Herd. Blocks that, and a pass across to Ung. Bounces off her stick. Into the corner. Anderson comes in to help out. Anderson into traffic. Gets tripped up by Witherspoon, and the ref's going to call a penalty for tripping. So the RATH go 4 in, which is a new rule this year. You don't have to send your goalie to the bench on a delayed penalty to put 4 in. So Harvey's still in the net. And a pass across, and another missed stab ends up in the crease for Davies. Was it? Oh no, it's Thiessen got the penalty. Number 6, 2 minutes. Sorry, I didn't see what the call was. Tripping or hooking maybe. So RATH on the power play. Meyer's going to send it into the corner for Sauvé. Sauvé to Brown. Brown to Sauvé. Sauvé out in front and off a skate. Davies had to be careful. Good save by Davies as the ring bounced off a defender's skate. Into the corner for Amarongan, I think. And she battles with Meyer and gets control. Now it's out to center ice. Hildebrandt, I believe, putting it in, but Marlborough is able to cut that off. Marlborough to Brown. Brown in for Sauvé. Sauvé was looking the other way. So Morissette is able to grab it. Oh no, sorry, Amarangan. Amarangan off the boards to Hildebrandt. Has Vince open. Vince streaking to the net. Gets the shot off. Harvey with a save. Doesn't know where it was. I think it went off her stick. Good shot by Vince. And Vince is able to collect the rebound at the top of the face-off circle. Waits for change to happen. Jansen now with it. A minute gone in the power play. L'Esperance takes a charge through the triangle and takes a pretty big check, and they're going to call that against Marlborough. And L'Esperance is down. Hopefully she's okay. She's sitting up now, but the trainer comes out to help, the coach comes out and slips and falls, so it is slippery out there. She's sitting up now and just shaking it off a little bit. Seems like her left arm's a little sore. She's stretching it out. Looks like she's making her way to the bench now, and so it's going to be 4-on-4 ringette here for 45 seconds, and then the Herd will go on the power play. Spearing's going to start with the ring in the offensive zone for the Herd. 8:05 left in the third quarter. Drops it back to Campbell. Campbell, takes the shot. Doesn't get a reset, it was blocked. Able to grab the loose ring, and Herder on setting up again here. That's Spearing dropping it for Vince. Vince with a shot off another skate. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and a crease violation against the Herd is going to turn the ring over. Goes to Harvey. Harvey sending it out to Hazel. Hazel finds Gillespie. Gillespie couldn't quite find the ring though. It goes down all the way down into the Herd zone. Nice play by the Herd defender there, blocking things off. Now Gillespie with a good check at the line. Fakes and takes the shot. Beats Davies in the top corner, as I believe it was Campbell was checked at the blue line, and Gillespie with a really strong forecheck was able to cause a turnover and a breakaway. So that was actually a shorthanded goal. I think the penalty had just expired for the Herd. So now the Herd are on a power play for another minute 7:11 left in the third quarter. Thiessen with the ring. Thiessen to Witherspoon. Witherspoon with a shot. Deflects wide. Picked up by Morissette. Morissette across to Kohut. Kohut trying to drive the triangle. Pass didn't connect. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Morissette picks the ring up, takes the shot. It's blocked. And now gets a reset, but the ring bounced out of the crease, and Will tried to put it back in the crease, but then got her stick in the crease, so it's a Hurd ring. RATH make a quick change. Meyer is on now. And Morissette's going to start with it. Looks for an opening. Throws it back. All the way back out the zone. Morissette had to race for that. Big shot. Just misses the far post. Now Kohut battling Wheeler. Scrum against the boards. And they're going to call it a goalie ring. So a turnover goes towards the RATH. Harvey sticks it out for Will. Will trying to find an opening, but Hurd with some good coverage with the man advantage. Giveaway to Witherspoon. Witherspoon to Kohut. Kohut drives to the net, takes a shot. Harvey with a save. And Jansen's going to pick up the rebound with a fresh clock. Jansen dropping it for number 61. Cavadas. Sorry, 81. Quick shot and a goal. Nice one-timer. Cavadas sees, didn't see Hildebrand open on the far side. And the Hurd are on the board. I don't think that was a power play goal. I think the penalty had just expired, so it was an even strength goal, but a nice one-timer. 5:45 left in the third quarter. Marlborough starts with the ring, gives it to Sauvé. Sauvé drops it to Armstrong. Armstrong finds Brewster. Brewster sees an opening, gives it back to Anderson, and Anderson misses. Anderson with some back checking, able to pick the ring off a Jansen stick, and then Cavadas is able to take the ring away from Anderson. Now Hurd are at center, a long lead pass, nice give and go by Cavadas and Hildebrand. Checked off the ring, RATH pick it up. RATH send it over, Armstrong with it. Armstrong drops it for Sauvé behind the Hurd net. Sauvé winding up over and across to Hemstreet. Hemstreet with a big shot, getting the reset. And the rebound comes out to the corner, picked up by Hemstreet. Looks like Spearing and at the top of the triangle here. Brown trying to weave through traffic. Brown back to Gillespie. Gillespie over to Hemstreet. Hemstreet double pumps it off the boards, taking a big shot from far away, and it goes over the net. Shot clock about to expire. Brown throws it at the net. Good block by Amarangan to just wait for the clock to expire. Davies sends it out to Bezditny. And Rock with a check at center ice turns the ring over. Rock up to Hemstreet. Hemstreet finds Brown. No, leaves it for Hazel. Hazel streaking into the zone, gives it to Gillespie. Gillespie for Meyer now. Meyer's going to wait for the forwards to get on, and over and across to Anderson off the boards. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They get the reset, and Ung was waiting for the rebound behind the net. So RATH with a fresh clock. 3:36 left in the third quarter. Pass goes off Anderson's skate, picks it up, and now a pass goes off of Ung's skate. Anderson getting a fresh clock. Ung in through traffic, trying the spinorama move. Doesn't work, but is able to hang on to the ring. Ung to Meyer. Meyer across to Brewster. Brewster has to wait till Ung gets off the ice before she can touch it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brewster winding up, trying to find... Oh, no goal. Crease violation against Sauvé. That was a nice play, but the ring was in the crease when Sauvé picked it up. So Davies sending it out. A long pass into center ice, and it's a bit of a battle. Hurd try to send it in, and it's intercepted by Wheeler for the RATH. Wheeler winding up behind the net, trying to find an opening and sees Will at center ice. Will powers through Witherspoon, and now Wheeler trying to settle things down in the offensive zone for the Wrath, dropping it for Sauvé. Sauvé giving it to Hemstreet. Hemstreet, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gillespie with a shot off the crossbar. I think Davies got a piece of it as well, but Wrath are able to recover the rebound behind the net. And not sure. Gillespie missing the pass there, and the Herd are away. A nice give and go. Quick transition here by the Herd. Jansen looking for an opening. Jansen dropped to Hildebrandt, shot, and misses the net. Picked up by Gillespie. Gillespie is checked off the ring. Another big shot. Harvey with it. Good save. Harvey's going to send it out to Hemstreet. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Hemstreet. Hemstreet finds Ung. Ung gets it up to Meyer. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Meyer with a big shot, getting the reset. Oh, big rebound and another rebound. 2 whacks at it, and Davies saved the first one. The second one missed the net. Anderson across to Sauvé. Sauvé with a good shot. Davies with a great save. A little bit of pressure here by the Wrath to end the third quarter. Sauvé back to Meyer. Meyer gets through the triangle on the ice. Is able to find the far corner, and Davies was just a little bit set up for the shot. Thought Sauvé was going to shoot it, and instead passed it to Meyer. Meyer found the open corner. 49 seconds left in the third quarter. 5-1 Wrath. All right, Vince to Bezditny, and a good check by Gillespie results in a breakaway. Gillespie backhand over the glove this time. Went over the blocker last breakaway and changed it up this time for a nice goal. That was good pressure by the Wrath just to cause a quick turnover and a breakaway. 6-1 with 36 seconds left in the third quarter. And a long pass in is picked off by one of the Wrath players. Now, bit of a loose ring. Hemstreet battling with it. The Herd are pressing hard. Good checking by Campbell there, trying to cause the turnover. Good coverage by the Herd. Wrath cannot find an open player in neutral ice. Now they finally get it to Wheeler. Wheeler has to battle hard. 7 seconds left. Anderson takes the shot. Davies with the save. And 1 second on the quarter. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. One second. Wrath are just going to take a shot here, I think. Brewster's coming on to take it. Brewster takes the shot. Davies makes the save, and the third quarter ends. Wrath putting up a couple to go ahead 6-1. All right, starting the fourth quarter, Marlborough is going to be setting it up for RATH. Marlborough passes to Sauvé. Sauvé to Armstrong. Armstrong finds Meyer on the streak in. Meyer is checked off the ring, has to race to pick it up, and is able to grab it. Pass across to Brown. Brown to Meyer, didn't connect there. Ring comes all the way out to Sauvé. Sauvé winding up with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Sauvé finds a lane, takes the shot. Davies makes the save. No rebound. Davies throws it into the corner for Bizditny. Bizditny with a sharp pass up to Kohuk at center ice. I don't think we've seen L'Esperance, so hopefully she's okay, but I haven't seen her since the tumble there. Witherspoon with a backhand shot goes over the net, no reset. Morissette tries throwing it at the net, and that won't work either, so a shot clock violation against the Herd is going to go to the Harvey. Harvey can't find an opening, now finds Armstrong on a quick turnaround. Armstrong didn't like what she saw at center, so went for a skate behind the net. Long pass up to Sauvé. Sauvé across the ice for Brown. Brown picking it up and waiting for some forwards to change. Trying to center it to Brewster, and good defensive play by, not sure what number that was, but blocked the pass. Hildebrandt, fresh off the bench, sends it up the boards on the right side. It's a race to the ring. Oh, there's L'Esperance, so good to see her back on the ice, I think. And RATH are away with the ring, and Gillespie can't quite pick it up at center ice. Amarongan sends it over. Yeah, there's L'Esperance. L'Esperance sends it into the corner, and a penalty against Rock. 2 minutes for slashing against Jansen. So Herd are going to go up on the power play at 10:54 of the fourth quarter. Hildebrandt is going to start with it. Hildebrandt sends the ring back to Jansen on the boards. Jansen's going to circle the net. Jansen out in front. Nice one-timer to Hildebrandt. I think that's her second goal and second one-timer. So a power play goal for the Herd to make it 6-2. Nice play. 10:45 left in the fourth quarter. Will starts with the ring, sends it across to Ung. Ung drops it for Wheeler. Wheeler banks it off the boards, and a nice play by Campbell to intercept that over to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt waits for it to cross the line, and now Anderson gets a piece of it, and they're going to call both sides against Anderson. So it's going to be an offensive zone ring for the Herd as Cavadas sets up in the face-off circle. Cavadas passes back to Spearing. Spearing back to Cavadas. Looking for a cross pass to Campbell. Campbell takes it off a stick. Campbell finds an opening. Cavadas is wide open, gets the shot off, and Harvey makes a good save. Now a quick pass out to Hemstreet. Hemstreet sets up behind the RATH net. Finds Will open at center ice, and now Will banks it off the boards to Anderson. Anderson is checked by, sorry, I didn't see who that was. Ung across to Meyer. Meyer takes a shoulder, passes it back to Ung. Ung circles back, tries to find a lane, can't see anything. Back to Meyer, behind the back pass to Anderson. Anderson sees an opening, gets the shot off, and a reset. Davies got a piece of it. It was off a defender and then off of Davies' shoulder. Now Meyer waiting for the forwards to change. Meyer drops it for Brown. Brown picks up some speed, fakes the pass, takes the shot. Davies had a really good save there. Now a long pass out to center ends up on the stick of Kohut, and she puts it in to the corner for Witherspoon. Witherspoon comes away with it, takes the shot. Harvey saw it all the way, and Harvey sends it behind the net, and both defenders for the RATH, bit of a miscommunication. They both go the same way, which was where the ring was not. Hurd with it now. Hurd with a long shot from outside. Harvey lays it out to Armstrong. Armstrong finds Brewster. Brewster up for Sauvé. Sauvé in the offensive zone, waiting for everybody to change, all D and forwards. Sauvé, the only RATH player on the ice for a minute, a few seconds. Hemstreet with a shot, gets the reset and the rebound. Now Gillespie setting up at the top of the circle, behind the back pass. That rarely works, and it didn't work that time as it was cut off by the defender. Now Rock picking it up for Ung. RATH with some space on the ice, finding Gillespie now in the offensive zone. Gillespie in tight for Ung. Ung turns and shoots. Great save by Davies. It looked like there was an open net, and there's going to be a penalty against RATH, as RATH ended up in the boards. Not sure what the penalty is going to be, but might go against Gillespie. Centering pass to the Herd, and Gillespie's going to get a penalty. I'm not sure what that signal is for. Boarding? No, RATH get 2 penalties. A slashing call against Hazel and a boarding call against Gillespie is going to give the Herd a golden opportunity to get back in this game. With 7:09 left in the fourth quarter, it is going to be a 5-on-3 for the Herd. Spearing. Cavadas comes up to the top of the circle and takes a shot. Harvey with a high toss up to Anderson. Anderson waits for the zone to clear and trying to just kill some time. Gets it up to Will. Will tries to get it across to Anderson. Anderson comes back and is able to pick up the loose ring at center ice. Hurd trying hard to check the player. That's almost interference, but no call. Big shot by Anderson. Ends up on the stick of Davies. Rebound comes out. Now the Herd gets some space and control of the ring. Spearing across to Page. Page is going to enter the zone with Witherspoon and passes it to Campbell. Campbell to Witherspoon. Witherspoon with it now. Back to Campbell. Campbell has an opening. Back to Witherspoon. Witherspoon double pumps it across to Kohut, and Kohut takes the shot. Harvey with the save. Harvey's going to high toss it, and Will is not sure what happened there, but nobody went for it. Oh, and Marlborough is taken out. No, oh yeah, there's a call. Looked like a bit of an aggressive check, and they're going to call a penalty, roughing against the Herd. What number? He's laughing, shaking her head, didn't think so. Heineman doesn't like the call. 33 seconds left on the 2 penalties to the RATH players. RATH have an offensive zone chance here with only 2 in the zone. Probably going to try to skate in big circles for as long as they can. Meyer tripped up. manages to hang on to the ring and get back on her feet. Shot on Davies, gets the rebound. Another shot. Ooh. Davies manages to get up and make 2 good saves there. L'Esperance across to Vince. It's still 3-on-2 in the zone. Big shot. Misses on the far side. I think it deflected off of Marlborough. And the RATH is back up to even strength. So RATH is on the power play. Jansen beats the triangle, takes the shot, and misses on the top corner. Had a opening, but wasn't able to find the net. Did get the reset though, so maybe Harvey got a piece of that. L'Esperance now with the ring. The Herd are short-handed. Big check by Brewster behind the play. L'Esperance did break into the zone. Now Armstrong driving, takes the shot. Good save by Davies. I think she just got a piece of it with her pad. And now a giveaway. Herd don't connect and RATH take advantage. Gillespie setting up with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Hemstreet off the bench. Hemstreet drops it to Gillespie. Gillespie can't take it cleanly, so Thiessen takes over up to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt cross ice behind Spearing. Spearing turns around to pick it up. Spearing back into the zone. The Herd were changing, so I had to be careful about taking that ring and into traffic. Rock's going to pick it up. Rock has nobody in the offensive zone to pass to, so circles back and bounces it off the boards to Ung. Ung cross ice to Meyer off the bench. Meyer over to Ung. Ung with a quick one-timer, misses on the far side. Back to even strength. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Is 5-on-5 as the penalty to Heineman expires. Anderson with the ring. Anderson drops it to Ung. Ung drops it to Anderson. Anderson with the shot. Davies saw it all the way and throws it out to the defender, and Ung gets swept. It's going to be a hooking call against the Herd. So another power play for the RATH with 2:41 left in the game. Page gets the penalty for Herd. Brown starts with it. Brown to Brewster. Brewster circles behind the Manitoba net. Brewster in for Sauvé. Sauvé waits, gets a good shot off, and Davies with a great save keeps it out. RATH are able to pick up the rebound. Brown fakes the shot, drops it to Sauvé. Sauvé to Brown. Brown and Davies, not getting fooled by those plays, was in perfect position to make that save. Now Herd throwing it in deep behind the net. Works out as they are able to pick it up. Sorry, I'm not sure who that is. It was Kohut grabbing it. Dropping it to Vince. Vince with a shot. Getting a good reset. 1:50 left. One minute left on the penalty to Page. So she'll be able to come out for 40 seconds left in the game. Spearing with a drop pass. Batted away by Brewster. Brewster sends it into the corner. Wheeler finds it first for RATH and all the way to Will on the other side of the ice. Now Gillespie dropping it for Hemstreet. Hemstreet runs into Amarongan, turns back. Hemstreet into the zone. Gillespie with a wicked one-timer and just misses on the far post. That was actually a pretty good play. Now Ung with a good shot to reset the clock, and the rebound comes to the Herd. The Herd clear the zone, but the RATH send it right back in. Ung setting up with 56 seconds left in the game. A one-timer to Hemstreet. What a save by Davies. Man, a few good chances here at the end of the fourth quarter for the Wrath, and Davies is all over it. Now Gillespie cycling to Meyer. Meyer waits for the forwards to change. 30 seconds left in the game. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass across to Sauvé. Sauvé picks it up off the boards. Sauvé over to Anderson. Anderson with a backhand shot, and the ref said it did come out of the crease, so the Wrath are going to get it back with 19 seconds left in the game. So Wrath able to get the shot off as the shot clock expired, and now they're just going to probably try to skate it around a little bit. Sauvé with it to Meyer. Meyer tried the backhand pass, went off of Page's skate. Page is out of the box. Sorry, I missed that. A long pass across. 2 seconds left. Anderson takes the shot, and Davies with one more save to pad her numbers, as according to the scoreboard, the shots are 49, or are they going to give 50? I don't know. 49 shots for the Wrath and 36 for the Herd. So really good game there. A lot of good chances for both teams. Wrath able to hold on for the win with a final score of 6-2. And I believe we have one more game today, Wham versus Heat, coming up next. So tune in to that if you're interested. I don't think I'll be commentating. Somebody else will be, but thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.